Fishy friends, it's time for a delicious tinned seafood recipe. Quick to make, easy to make. We're going to make tinned mackerel fillets, braised leeks, mustard vinaigrette and pine nuts. Well, the first step we're going to do is roasting the pine nuts. So we add like 1 tablespoon of pine nuts in a dry frying pan. Okay, so pine nuts are roasting in a dry frying pan, maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes until golden brown. Okay, then the leek. So I'm using 1 leek per person. Take off the end parts and I cut them in length until around maybe 1/4 of the leek, and that's the moment I'm going to wash them under cold running water. Actually, I'm taking out of the outer leaf. They might become a bit more bitter, so cut them in half, and I cut them in half lengthwards again. So you get these big, lovely pieces of leek. Here we go. Okay, pine nuts. Almost done, 1 more minute, and then we're going to start braising the leeks. Okay, so the pine nuts are done already. So I keep them apart, let them cool down. And now I add a splash of olive oil. Okay, so now we have the leek with the flat side into the pan. And I bring the heat back to medium. Okay, and now we top it off just a bit with warm chicken stock. Now I bring the temperature back to low and I cover the pan with a lid. So the beautiful leeks are braising right now. Will take maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes until they're really soft. That's the moment we're going to serve it. But we're going to serve it with a dressing, with a vinaigrette, with a mustard vinaigrette. And for a mustard vinaigrette, we need mustard. So I have 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and then I'll have like maybe 1/2 tablespoon of white wine vinegar. I season it with a bit of pepper, some salt, and now I give it a whisk with a fork. And now I add drop by drop a bit of sunflower oil, maybe 2 tablespoons, and only a few drops of cold water. And this to make the dressing a bit more liquid, a bit more smooth. And this is the texture you want to have. It's just falling from your fork. But now it's time for our seafood hero today, which is tinned mackerel. It's really delicious, easy to use, it's really healthy. Mackerel, most of the oily fish, contains a high level of omega-3. But we go back to this flavor. This is smoked mackerel, this natural salty taste in combination with the leeks and the acidity of the vinaigrette. Okay, so we have the mackerel right here. I take them out of the can and give them like a few minutes to absorb the oxygen. Now it's time to check the leek with the tip of my knife. Done. It's ready to be served. So I take off the heat and now I drain them on a piece of kitchen paper. Drain them well, and this is the plate I'm going to serve it on. Wow. Crunchy sea salt, some molten sea salt, and then the first bit of vinaigrette, pine nuts, and then the mackerel on top. A bit extra of the vinaigrette, and then I top it off with some finely chopped parsley. Look at this, guys, beautiful, the green. Then we have the mackerel. It's easy to make. It's a lovely dish. Let's have a taste. Bit of the mackerel, bit of the leek. Here we go. Wow, the almost creaminess of the leek. And then we have the vinaigrette, the acidity, but also the kick of the mustard, the crunchiness of the pine nuts, and then the hero, the smoked mackerel, the salty taste, and the beautiful flavor of this piece of seafood. It goes really well, quick to make, easy to make. Let's go for it, guys. If you have any questions, any comments, leave them in the box down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you soon on another Fishy Friday.